intro.
All right.
With both feet.
Hey, everybody, you're listening to the Video Rewind
Podcast. We watch that film so you don't have to.
You're home for tons of cult classic, exploitation, and B-movie reviews.
We watch bad films so you don't have to.
There we go. I think we kind of like grouped up in the end together.
I'm your host, Ryan Hickey.
Hey, bitches. I'm Patrick.
Pat Hickey. JB Ziegler.
JB Ziegler.
How's it going?
It's going, it's going.
Today we're covering Predator 2, the most amazing and
Of the Predators.
just the best of the
The
entire...
1990 Oscar winning for best screenplay.
Best screenplay,
Yeah,
acting,
story,
directing, everything. Oh, it's amazing. Amidst a territorial gang war in 1997, in the future, a sophisticated alien hunter stalks the criminal underbelly of Los Angeles, and the only man between him and his prey is veteran L.A.P.D. officer Lieutenant Mike Harrigan.
Mike Harrigan, of course, is played by Danny Glover. Jerry Lambert, played by Bill Paxton.
Oh,
the
it's amazing.
Incredibly vulgar, too large suit size wearing motherfucker.
And you can't forget about Gary Busey, the amazing...
The Busey, baby.
Oh, the goon face
Busey,
maniac
baby.
that is Gary Busey. Pre-accident.
Him and Entourage is fire. I know we're staying to Predator
Yeah.
2, but his insanity in Entourage is great.
I love what's that, the new commercial with him, the Comcast commercial or whatever?
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
haven't either.
he's insane.
I thought he died.
It plays off of his insanity where he's like, I want to watch Gary Busey!
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
It's
remember
like,
seeing that now. Yeah, I saw
Direct TV, search Gary Busey!
You're not yourself when you're hungry, Ryan.
Oh my god. Oh. Alright, before we go any further, let's play the trailer for Predator 2.
Los Angeles, 1997. It's the hottest summer on record. Pollution is choking the city. The gangs control the streets.
It has not been a nice day!
As bad as things are, they're about to get worse. Much worse.
Whoever killed him is gonna pay. I'm gonna finish it.
It has almost no weight.
But it cuts like steel.
Incredible.
Whoever did this took out 4 men armed with machine guns by hand.
You don't know what you're dealing with. Otherworld life forms, drawn by heat and conflict. He's on safari. Lions, tigers, the bears. Oh my.
Danny Glover, Gary Busey, Ruben Blades, Maria Conchita Alonso, Bill Paxton. Predator 2. He's in town with a few days to kill this Thanksgiving.
So,
Jesus.
this movie, it actually had a budget of $35 million estimated and grossed $30,600,000, or a little plus. So it fell under the mark. And we're going to talk about why
sadly,
it is underrated.
I cannot believe this movie did not just
Hit 50
bring it
million.
in at the
100
box
mil.
office.
Yeah.
It's a miracle of filmmaking.
After being in the jungle, how do you...
Yeah.
And you have to imagine, like, Jason in the city, New York,
Yeah.
he didn't do well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like somebody growing up
yeah.
in the suburbs, like in the woods, and they move to the city. You can't do it.
Yeah,
You
it
can't
just
do it.
doesn't
Yeah,
work
nobody
out that
wants to
way.
do that.
Especially because he has like a lizard ambiance about him. There's It's a fish out of water
He's not
story.
gonna fit into this. There's no other lizard friends. in this
Lizard
city.
ambiance, my
Maybe-
favorite
yeah.
fragrance.
Maybe there's a hidden message. All he
By
wants is a
Calvin
friend,
Klein.
so he accidentally kills people because he doesn't know how to get along.
Yeah.
He goes to the city because he wants to see if he can meet somebody like himself.
I enjoy this movie particularly much better than the first, and
I really do
whatever.
actually. I love seeing Predator in the city.
Super
well, even
Mario
like
Bros.
this guy, I wanted to say that like the movie starts off with the
Puerto
gun
Rican
battle
Eagles.
and all that stuff, but it's very clearly like. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was like, this is just RoboCop. Like they just kind of ripped off
yeah.
RoboCop, where it's
Dude,
like
fire
all the
movie.
news
Movie's
and everybody's
great. Yeah, you're
firing
right.
at
You're
each other, and like
absolutely right.
we're downtown and the goddamn all the cops are crooked and the criminals are taking over the streets, and they just have like kind of like RoboCop. Like every scene is filled with like disgusting mobs of
Great
extras,
movie. Yeah.
like drug dealers like beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And just like it's so awesome. I love the start of it though with the hardcore whatever is Tony Pope special report, like there's guns in the streets.
Yeah.
Where are you, Mayor, on vacation in your beach home? And it's just so fucking awesome. It it reminds me of like Sick Sad World from Daria. It's just so goofy and strange. Like
Daria, what a throwback.
I
the
think
whole,
in
he
the
pops in the
90s,
whole movie. It's awesome.
they actually believed this is what it would come to.
oh yeah.
Because the 80s was so fucking insane with like the crack epidemic
Yeah.
and how New York looked like a third world. I'm looking for a pencil.
I have a pen.
found one.
Yeah.
Throw that on the table, actually.
A pen?
One of those. Nice briefcase, by the way.
It's a Johnston & Murphy briefcase. I found it at a thrift store. For
This
$5.
episode is
Brought to you
by
by
Johnston
Johnston
& Murphy. We don't touch wieners, but if you give us enough money, we'll look at them.
From a foot away.
Oh, just
Very close. We can
just
feel
the
breath.
tip.
Okay, moving forward. We have
one more thing about the beginning of the movie I forgot to bring up was one guy gets shot. One of the gang guys gets shot, and they run in the
literally
building
Lethal Weapon.
retreating,
Yeah.
and he literally grabs a pile of cocaine,
I gotta
snorts
see
it,
that.
and then rubs it in his bullet wound, and then just grabs a gun and goes back to like shooting at the cops. It's
That's fucking
insane.
great.
Like this movie is. It's literally like what they must have, like Demolition Man and all these other movies where they thought like this is the future.
Yeah.
L.A. riots all day long.
enough coke
Oh,
to
it's
kill
insane.
an army.
Look what coking and because well, I mean, if you think about it too, I mean, the whole '80s, you had like Florida was going insane with coke. And like well,
Oh,
not
yeah,
mainly crack.
yeah.
Crack was more north, but coke was insane all over. Like there was so much like fucking murder. So they're probably like,
Cocaine.
oh my gosh, this is only the beginning of it. But then it started dying down.
Just an epidemic.
But,
like,
yeah.
gangsters and
What is
Cocaine!
Yeah. What is with films and being taking place in the city? Like when it comes with like a monster, or like a fucking a villain, like that's more like horror. I don't know. I always like that aspect. Like when Jurassic Park.
Production value through the roof.
Yeah.
You know, you always have to have more
Yeah.
production value. If you're
Yeah.
filming in a
Well,
jungle,
they,
nobody's
No,
there.
you could be in the woods of fucking Kensington.
oh, imagine
Kensington, Philadelphia.
dragging a crew into the Amazon like they did
Yeah.
for the first movie.
Did they really do that? The Amazon.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
I forget exactly where it was, but they dragged everybody and they built camps in the jungle, and they had to drive up there in big trucks and
So
stuff.
that scene when he mauls down the Amazon with the whatever
Oh,
the fuck.
shit.
I wonder if that was
Yeah.
real.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I
Called,
wouldn't be surprised.
Who
WWF,
cares?
man. He probably
Yeah.
killed so many fucking panthers.
Jesse
and
the Body Ventura.
Listen
Tell you
here,
about
sweetheart.
aliens.
We're not talking about wrestling. So, the one thing I stuck out in this movie, right off the bat, you have Predator's heat vision introducing the film
It's amazing.
across the city with the sounds. It's alive. It's electric, and you can tell that he is there with a job on his mind, on the forefront of his
On his mind.
So, war in the streets. Corruption. You have gangs, including Latinos, Jamaicans, and the unsatisfied public, and then you are brought into an animal being.
Yeah,
it's
it's
amazing.
kind of beautiful because he doesn't know good from bad, yet he's still like this. He can sense that these people are scumbags, cops,
Oh,
and
yeah.
these
All,
gang
like, just
members. They need to be
hunting
wiped
any
off.
violent
He's this
people.
peaceful guy. He's armed just in case he needs to act. You know,
he's
just like
Jehovah's
any,
Witness,
just like a
just,
lion. A
you
lion
know.
could cuddle you, or it could just fucking maul you to death. And what does he do? He needs to maul them all to death.
I'm glad you brought that up. There is a scene, and he comes up to a child. The child.
Oh, the
he's a
graveyard
little
scene.
boy with the cheeks, you know, and he reaches up, you want a piece of candy? And I had no idea what was going to come to this kid. But luckily, you learned the Predator didn't see him as a challenge and fared the other way. Yeah. But he recorded, I don't know if he used it later on in the film, come to think of it. Do you want a piece of candy? You want a piece of candy?
That's pretty funny. See, again, I think he truly came in the woods, and when he came to the city, I think he was looking for love and that comfort, a friend.
Just looking for love.
Yeah. You know? Just looking for love.
But before we get too far into it, I was going to say, when is the first time you guys saw this movie?
Shit, I must have been fucking 3 or... No, 3 is a little too young, but I'm pretty sure it is between 4 and 5, because I remember...
First we watched Predator 2, then we watched Hardcore... Beverly Thrillbillies. Let's just porno.
Because this one was always on TV, and I remember sitting in my the living room when it was different. Anyways, and watching it because that's all I did was watch movies. But we didn't own it, nor did we rent it. I'm pretty sure I was just watching it because I saw the first one with my uncle, but I vaguely remembered it, and I was like, oh, cool, it's in the city. And like I said, I always loved like the whole city atmosphere. Setting, I guess you could say, and
I remember seeing it the same night I lost my virginity. So I was probably 5 or 6. 5.5. Let's call it 5.5. Yeah. I remember, we were watching Grease and then Aliens back to back.
A constant boner,
just back and forth,
just pressing our boners into the couch, and
then we'd wrap it up with a
confusing time.
So now I'm mentally fucked up. So
every time I see Predator, I just get a hard on and just grab a pillow from the couch. It's terrible. The first time I ever saw it, I was, with Pat. Our mom had a massive VHS collection, which is so idiotic these days. But back in the 90s, but we would watch anything. We would watch Aliens. We would watch Grease. We would watch.
Well, I didn't see Grease because I was only into action. Not saying you guys are pansies for watching Grease.
We lived with our mom.
We were affectionate.
I had to watch Ghosts, and then we got to watch.
I saw Ghosts when I was younger too, but I never saw.
Just so you know, Dirty Dancing, it was a beautiful film.
Oh, that's another one. I every time I see Patrick Swayze,
I didn't understand it. But.
Oh, my loins on fire, I swear.
Between Patrick Swayze's Dirty Dancing, Grease, and Predator 2, I just don't know what to do with myself.
Right, so we're lost here.
Sorry. But, we used to watch Predator 2. I don't think I even saw, I didn't see the first Predator until, 5th grade at a sleepover with my buddy. So I think we started watching this in, 2nd, 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Or I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, so...
Yeah,
it's
born in 88. The movie came out in 90s.
1990.
And I was probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So, but incredible film.
Oh, it's amazing.
I would not recommend this to watch with your children.
These days I would not say it's okay.
We put up the red tape and say, kids, probably not today.
I think I'm going to follow Floyd and Robin motto. It's just let him watch. Is he okay? Yeah, he's quiet. Let him watch all those freaking horror
go
movies.
Upstairs.
It's probably honestly what they did. We were sleeping up there. We weren't doing anything. I just don't even pay attention. My lazy eyes going.
Just turn the TV up. Just,
I wanted to quickly say, that's cool. You guys had all these VHSs. I was so obsessive with just whatever movie I liked. I just kept watching it. So we didn't have that many VHSs, but the ones I wanted, we usually got on my garage sales, and then I just rewatch them.
That was a huge part of our childhood. Was our mom had these tons of VHS tapes, and it was all action. We grew up watching Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
Yeah,
my mom loved Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, see, my uncle was huge into that shit. Yeah,
I used to go around my grandmother's house kicking the walls, trying to make drywall fall from the ceiling because that dude was in the basement, fumbling away on his shins. I'm sure Nanny never saw that movie.
No, she was clueless to the whole thing.
So good times.
But years of recording movies off of CBS, Movie Sundays or whatever.
Yeah. Or they gave you free stars or HBO for the week. Well, we had HBO with free stars. I'm let's see through the TV guide, and you had to record it real quick.
That's the first time I ever saw Pulp Fiction was with this terrible babysitter. She let us stay up until way late at night, and we were watching HBO. She's like, I want to watch Pulp Fiction. So we just sat there and watched Pulp Fiction. No problem.
Was that Donna's older sister?
Melissa. It was actually Melissa, the neighbor. And
That's so funny.
3/4 of the way through, my dad came home, and we fucking scrambled and started running upstairs like, act like you're asleep, act like you're asleep.
Dude, that's I didn't see that shit until I was 15 years old. I didn't even know
that was
about
crazy.
It. Anyways, all right, we got
All right, back to Predator 2.
Let's work through some
Predator
of this
2,
plot
yeah,
here.
let's get back to this.
You got this new recruit, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton's the best in
He's
this
a
fucking
lesson
movie.
in
How to pick up
vulgarity.
women. Oh, Jesus.
pick up women.
Oh, what's the one? What's she on the rag or something?
That's what he said.
Yeah, he's, anytime a woman doesn't...
Yeah.
I've been up my ass so far, I won't be able to say I'm As much as it's going to piss you off, you're going to have to play the game on this one. Effective immediately.
Bill Paxton, you know, coming in from the beginning,
What a fucking
heavy-handed. He builds the story like that guy's gonna die first.
Oh, yeah.
Or you hope so.
Yeah, you really hope so. It's surprising, though, how he eventually, like, through the movie, he actually becomes kind of useful. Where he's chasing down
Vaguely
leads.
useful. Just
So it's like
Vaguely useful.
it's like the classic where it's like, oh, he's a fucking idiot. He's the dumbest guy, and then he helps out a bit.
Yeah, and he's actually like trailing people.
Okay.
And becomes part of the team, and it's surprising. Like at first he's just a loudmouth a-hole, but he is pretty cool. I usually like Bill Paxton in pretty much anything he does.
What else did he do?
Well,
That's
Bill
like-
Paxton,
He was
I
in-
always think of Weird Science. Because
Oh
he
yeah,
played
with
the older
that's
brother.
Bud or whatever, the older brother.
Yeah. Bill Paxton was,
He was in
also
Aliens.
Contact. No, Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens.
right.
He was in.
He
was
did
in
a lot
so
of
much
sci-fi.
stuff.
Yeah.
Twister.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Good old Bill. That was another VHS
Yeah.
I just watched.
Oh, yeah.
Watch.
He just seems
Over
like
and over.
such an
Oh, he was in the
outside-himself
first
character.
Terminator. He was one of those
Right.
3 gang members in the beginning, like, give us your...
Oh shit.
whatever they
didn't know
say,
that.
and I think he's the one that the Terminator punches his fist right through his
I
stomach.
honestly think the most notable
Oh, it's
Oscar-worthy performance was Twister, in my personal
Twister.
opinion, or this one, or Predator 2.
Oh, it's
But-
amazing.
All right, so I'm going to roll a piece here.
The Federal Task Force, under the direction of Special Agent Peter Keyes, will be investigating criminal activities involving the trafficking and distribution of controlled substances.
Got it.
Heard a lot about you.
Seems like a military man.
I'm sorry for this jurisdictional intrusion. Don't mean to be stepping on your toes. But we're attempting to prevent King Willie's
Overdubbed.
from taking over and controlling the entire West Coast. I wish I could tell you more. There's a large number of deep cover operatives involved here. You know how it is. We all have a job to do.
You will extend him your full cooperation.
He's cutting off my dick and shoving it up my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
know
cut
that's
off my dick and chewed up my ass.
Okay, so that was that. Well, what I really want to show you
That was like
here,
a psychotic, like,
this is a sexual scene.
dude, this looks like
This is what I was watching when I ordered the pizza.
This looks like
This
she's
weird grunting and screaming.
It looks like she's being sacrificed.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that mentality next time I'm in bed. Sacrifice. They're doing
That's
it,
good.
and like
Oh, it's
she
amazing.
finishes to
Yeah.
her credit when the Jamaican guys
her
break
credit.
in, and they start
Oh.
stringing up this rich guy upside down and like painting voodoo
Oh yeah,
on his belly.
painting blood on him. Like, oh, we're gonna do it. The voodoo curse, take away your soul.
Voodoo magic.
Yeah, it's like, literally, oh, he told me, Voodoo Willie, he told me he kill you, but also to take your soul. I'm like, oh, Creole magic, wow.
See, again, I don't remember any of that
Louisiana.
shit.
It's amazing.
Sacrifice.
Now
her,
this
right?
is a cool just scene for imagery, you know what I mean? Because they definitely set people up in a way where you are attracted to the
male
aesthetic.
and female.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're asking questions about yourself.
This is not about money.
Yeah, I'm getting some tingling in my loins right now, and I can't help
You
it.
have to appreciate too the homage to Predator with the dreads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. He
Yeah.
might actually be Predator for
Yeah.
all I know.
Well, it's amazing they set this up, kind of like the first Predator, where he hangs people upside down. And this guy, and you really think like, oh, these guys are dangerous. They came in shooting. They're maniacs playing with blood.
Yeah.
And then, surprise, surprise, the real Predator shows up and just fucks things up.
Willie says, not only do I
It's a whole
have
lot
to
of
kill
men.
Man, I had fantastic rack on her.
Oh, I know. I remember watching this in elementary school and getting all sorts of confused, being like, "What is this? What is this feeling that I'm having right now?" Because I am very confused.
And that sets you off for the future to love tits. You know, that was like the seed to
That's the
spark
beginning of the problem right
titty
there.
there because that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Just let that one sit. And,
What we should do is we should find topless women in movies and we should review those.
Yeah, let's just that next episode. It's just topless women in film. You know, a history of sex in cinema.
Worst, yeah.
There's a scene later on where you question morality in general because there's a scene on the subway and they're actually like a gang of folk trying to muscle a woman, and she's scantily clad. She's got basically a little cloth over herself, and you're hoping to God they rip that off. I mean, like I don't want any harm to come to her, but just the clothing.
I'm not gonna say you're not wrong there. You're definitely not wrong.
I'm just
but
we gotta definitely review that scene. As well.
But I was gonna say about this scene, the Predator shows up and just rips this gang of voodoo guys apart. It's amazing, and he just destroys them all. Hangs them from the ceiling, skins them.
Holy shit.
And the only person left alive is the naked, vulnerable young lady who was shrieking like a banshee a minute ago.
All right, but the cool thing you start to realize, because I was sitting there before I watched the film wondering what motivates Predator. What is his drive to call? And I think it is you recognize warrior in somebody. And you challenge that warrior. And that's something that's so raw and animalistic. And so to go to a city, you have more of these violent personalities, and they're combating for the top dog.
Yeah,
man is the most dangerous game.
It is, and that's exactly
it's amazing. He's definitely like just a top tier like hunter, trying to find like the most dangerous people in this city, and just
I'm the alpha creature.
Yeah.
So on that same note,
awesome.
Before I even knew, I was like, well, maybe it's like a sexual thing. Because that's just the way my mind works. Like, maybe if I collect enough skulls, Donna will appreciate me. He's out in the middle of the intergalactic...
probably, but if you think about it, though, too, that could be like a whole thing. Because even when they did like the Aliens vs. Predators, they're like two strong, powerful creatures battling it out. And it's just like the whole like not ape concept, but apes, they come in, they beat the shit out of one, then he gets to fuck all the female apes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah,
maybe that's what he's
no
trying
competition whatsoever. And I started thinking, what does a female predator look like? This is
smoking.
Totally unanswered question to this day.
Hatchet face for sure, but holy
maybe
shit.
they are beautiful because these are these rugged men, and like it's the old school like these men are men. It's
just
like
a
smell like
gladiator
shit,
body and a hatchet face.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I think they're
the questions I have. Do they perform oral?
Yeah,
because that's so confusing.
Well, it could be something different, like 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 it just be breathing on them could be the oral. I don't know.
All tongues, all tongues and little chatters of teeth.
their mouths do kind of look like vaginas, unfortunately.
So, then the other question, like,
they do.
You see at the end.
But it's amazing because after this voodoo scene, Danny Glover and his team show up, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. All these guys slaughtered.
Yeah.
But of course, they're stopped by Gary Busey. Like, what the hell? Gary Busey.
Get to talking. That looks like Jack Black.
I need to know everything that you guys know now.
This is a crime scene you're stepping on. Snooty snoot.
But the great thing is, after this fucking voodoo killing, of course the most logical solution is, I'm going to call up Billy Voodoo, or whatever the voodoo boss's name is. Danny Glover's going to meet with him and have a little...
I'm black, so he trusts me.
Literally the scene coming up, Bill Paxton tries to get in the car, and he's like, no, I'll call you later. He's like, you want me to follow you? No, I'll call you later. I think like the
smoke pouring out of this.
Oh yeah, out of this pimp
print
mobile,
all over Cadillac.
And like literally as they're driving away, there's like a voiceover thing like, "Hey, you want some weed?" I forget what he said. It's something like that. It's ridiculous though. It's just,
Ganja.
yeah, that's literally. He's like, "Hey, you want some ganja, man?" And they just drive away, and Bill Paxton's like, "What the fuck, man?"
So you get an idea, like there's so many bigger problems for Danny Glover that he hasn't understood the alien aspect of this whole film yet.
Oh yeah.
In his mind, he thinks there's an alternative gang interrupting two other violent gangs.
Yeah.
And so they're cloning
Classic
it.
conflict.
Oh yeah.
Confusion.
He's in this car with the pot, right? Gets out stone cold sober and says, "You guys really should cut back."
Yeah, like he wouldn't have a contact high at all.
Was he smoked so much weed back in the day?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he is completely unaffected.
He's the OG, man.
Oh, and I never realized until watching this recently, the Voodoo King or whatever Billy Voodoo or whatever they call him, he just looks like a guy with the worst Rastafarian wig on.
And meth face. And
yeah, he
just like very run out.
I forgot to ask you too. Is this in between Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 when Danny Glover broke away
I
from
think
what's
it
his name?
is,
Because
yeah.
it's the same character,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
because-
he fought aliens and criminals with
I'm trying to
everybody.
remember who they
He's
wanted
still
to
playing
cast.
the same cop.
They wanted to cast somebody else, and
this is
that
before-
person turned him down.
He said, "You cannot
So
pay
like-
for that shit."
Yeah.
And this is before Gary Busey went to try to take down those surfers in the movie. Yeah, so it's the same FBI, it's the
Break.
same
Oh,
character,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or that's after he gets his
Point
big break.
Break.
Yeah.
Damn, you'd have
Just whip it all around, baby.
Yeah, just whip
Same
it out.
character, just different.
Take out that knowledge and just smack us in the face with it.
here's another angle on that same movie.
Oh, it's a
this is
baby
the-
arm.
This is a scene. Predator's actually dipping these skulls he collects in the acid and polishing them and hanging them. I just think it's an homage to his nature, you know, as a trophy hunter.
Oh, the wall of skulls is so amazing. And if you look later in the movie, you can actually see the alien skull from Aliens. And like a T-Rex
really?
skull, yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
This guy's amped.
I love this guy.
The best news anchor of all time, Tony Pope.
See, but what I think why it's not so. Can you hit pause for a quick? Actually, it doesn't matter. You can make the fuck. You can run it.
On that face.
Like the movies like this, as long as you and I'm gonna jump to it once we get to Mario. Why I think Super Mario Brothers isn't as good as Predator 2, but everybody in this went to the utmost extreme. Even if the script was like, like the dialogue sucked, they all played their part as hardcore
every
as
single
possible.
actor in this movie like goes like pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, I'm gonna be the voodoo priest. All right,
But the
And
energy's there.
They're so insane.
Yeah,
Or
so
Gary Busey
when we
is
get
so
to
intense.
yeah,
like-
exactly. And even that
it's
guy,
amazing.
even his like Danny Glover's.
Glover,
I meant
yeah.
Forrest Whitaker's. You know, is Forrest Whitaker the third one? I feel like he did a Predator. Anyway,
Sure, well,
Danny
sure,
Glover.
yeah.
Danny Glover. His captain before he's like, you're gonna like. It's like he still did a good job going. You're gonna listen to him, man. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
All right, so remember that, or I'm gonna bring that back up
Yeah.
once we get to. The heck was? Oh, I wanted to say. I want to touch
just
on.
talk
I want
about
to touch
it
on the special effects of the right before the era of CGI and
Yes.
the extras, because I think CGI fucking fucked the
Ruins
feel up.
movies.
100%.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the time.
And I think with Predator 2, I think so far the visuals and the special effects. I mean, the shooting is the shooting, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
blood's like, oh, okay, cool, it looks cool.
It was like
Besides the
real
picnic
blood
table.
instead of being like sprayed with CGI
Yeah.
blood and stuff like that. It just looks ridiculous.
But the extras, how you just fill the screen with a bunch of people, and it just makes it more realistic. And I hate it that they don't do that more often, especially with war films, because like I like seeing if it's back in the medieval times.
Yeah.
Like you have all these people rushing like Braveheart, but we're not
even
even on
the
the
most,
topic. But I just like
the most
the
recent
realism.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, episode 9.
The big battle. I was like, wow, there's actually a good amount of people.
they did. Yeah,
Like,
Now we fast forward to Twilight.
yeah.
Do you remember? They had 10 on 10, like a baseball game. They were running at each other in a field.
Oh,
like,
Twilight!
What
I
an
love
epic
it.
battle!
Jesus.
What a battle of epic
right now, I'm
Hang on
looking at
tight,
the screen.
Spider Monkey.
Yeah.
There's at least 40 people in this shot, and they're probably getting paid. So the budget was there, and they actually delivered on.
It's just like
character.
every shot is like filled with people. It's almost like sickening how many people.
I love it.
Like,
I think
it's it makes like the city is supposed to be like 102 degrees. Like it makes it feel like it's just
claustrophobic,
overcrowded,
and that's why everyone's
hot
freaking
and
out too. Like,
disgusting.
everyone's on top of each other.
So that's brilliant. This is the part on the subway when we have the gang altercation.
With the
And,
Bumble Club.
Now, Bill Paxton has been harassing a Latino police officer. And
relentlessly.
You're about to find out she is pregnant.
That's the best part. He is relentlessly like hitting on her. And the first time he hits on her, she grabs his nuts and like twists them. And like, when she lets go, that's when he says that line, "What is she, on the rag or something?" Like every woman just like needs him. Oh, it's amazing. But he relentlessly hits on her until like this scene, you find out she's pregnant.
That's funny.
With his baby.
Really?
Like they
With
actually.
his baby?
Yeah, it's his baby.
That's crazy.
I was like, it took me the second time watching this, and I went and watched it again. I was like, oh my god, it's his fucking baby.
That's funny,
I'm like,
man.
To the tape.
Nerdy white guy.
You look like a sympathetic dude.
It's voiceover.
My partner here needs an operation, but we're a little short of cash, if you know what I mean.
You shoot a cat.
No need for that.
I don't use this thing.
We got a suit with a gun.
What's his name from?
A whole train has
A whole
pieces.
train. Everyone owns a gun.
Okay, everybody just take a deep breath. Loosen your sphincters.
Except for
Loosen your sphincters.
Now I'm starting to think she's in Aliens as well. Is that the same girl?
No, that's not the same woman, but she is in
Fuck yeah.
Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But again, like, this is not
And a couple other
CGI,
things.
man.
No,
Like, this
not
is
at
fucking.
all.
I mean, clearly when it goes invisible, but like that, it's done so well. And same with Terminator 2, like how he did that whole. That was beautiful fucking
It's
special
amazing.
effects.
There's nothing scarier than a 7 foot tall or 6'7", whatever he was, guy in a Predator costume.
Oh my gosh, it
just
looks fucking
lurching
real.
around. It's amazing.
And there's still people that do a fantastic special. I mean, Ryan Hickey still does amazing, beautiful. And this is where we plug your
mediocre at best, but thank you. Yeah, but this is like amazing scene, and it's all shadow, and you don't see tons of it. Like you don't need these.
You see enough that holy shit
ridiculous
is slaughter.
spectacle, and like, oh, it's insane.
I am apologizing. I missed the part with the buxom woman being harassed.
That's all right. We'll
but
forgive you this time.
We can picture a buxom woman swaying
yeah.
hither and thither and hoping.
Very busty. She's very busty.
Yes,
Extremely
swaying.
busty. I hate using the word very. Yes.
I love Predator cuts the lights immediately. You know, he goes in there and he's slicing people up. There are bodies.
Tactical master.
Which you can only see then in his heat vision.
I would like to see the Predator versus Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
that would be a
They
battle.
made a short of that, wasn't it? A YouTube
no,
short?
it was.
That'd be pretty cool.
It
I want
was
to watch that.
Predator versus Batman. Batman Dead End.
No, I definitely saw Predator vs. Wolverine.
Did you?
Yeah, I feel like, they had something.
There's a big one, Batman versus Predator. And it's called Batman Dead End. The Joker's in it. It's pretty badass.
Oh, cool.
Directed by a special effects artist named Sandy Calora.
Speaking of Batman Joker, I'm excited to watch The Killing Joker, but that's for another time.
I don't
The
know. I'm
cartoon?
not sold on it.
I think it's just. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's
good.
going to be really good because the graphic novel is amazing.
Yeah, I
but
liked it. I thought it was great.
I would just find it so
Good.
strange that they
Good.
decided to animate it like really cartoony.
Oh, I think it
like,
should have been
that's
more
just kinda-
noirish, not
Yeah,
like
like
black
it-
and white, but it should have been darker. It's like, oh, it's gonna be really dark. But I was like,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem that dark. It seems like a cartoon.
Yeah, because the graphic novel is pretty realistic art. Like it's not. I don't know. And for the listeners who aren't watching this movie with us, at the end of that scene with the train, the Predator kills almost everyone with a gun on that train, except for the detective, whatever her name is, I forget.
Maria Conchita Alonso, who played Detective Grab-a-Nut.
Cantrell. But he uses his heat vision, and it's this great shot where he actually zooms in and you could see this heartbeat in her stomach. and it realizes that she's pregnant.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it realizes she's pregnant and leaves her. She's the only person.
That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it even it kills Bill Paxton. Actually, I forgot about
Really?
that.
I didn't know he died. Good,
Yeah.
that little sleazebag, but the seed lives on.
His does seed indeed.
His does seed indeed. I like that. It's like a Yoda with your own twist.
Yes.
We have now. We understand
Seed
the predator.
continue.
The predator likes beef, and he's been going to the slaughterhouse to chow down on some fresh cow twice a week.
Slap that beef on your tongue.
Gary Busey and now also Lieutenant Harrigan are in on it. Onto it.
Well, you realize,
they
Gary Busey's been running this secret operation. He knows what the predator is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
And he has this whole command center set up in the packing district or whatever it is.
Yeah, come see this.
Yeah, like in a freezer, in this like beef freezer, and they're all wearing these goofy tinfoil outfits, and it's pretty cool.
Can't see us with a tinfoil on.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Gary Busey, in a few years from now, get in a car accident or a motorcycle accident.
There's a manager at this slaughterhouse getting his ass chewed out twice a day because there's beef disappearing off the floor, and it's like, I don't know, boss.
Well, that's fucked up. The guy's a family man, probably.
We're gonna have to start cavity searches on all employees
before they exit out of
So,
Mendez, because it's got to be Hispanic, right?
Yeah,
Hispanics
of course,
are the only ones working in LA. That's racist, JB. I'm sorry.
Are they in LA? I don't think we established.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, they're
Los
in
Angeles,
LA.
You're right.
Yeah, because this was supposed to take place in New York City, but because of budget constrictions, they changed it to LA.
Is such a short.
And because of the LA riots at the time, they thought it would be a better fit. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah. There's a questionable nature about LA. I've never been that direction, and I will probably not be going there.
Never go to that city of demons. That devil is upon us, and his name is Hollywood.
Angeles Negros. We will carry on. We have here Gary Busey noticing Harrigan on the camera and dragging him in.
Danny Glover is such a good detective. He won't stop sticking his nose in everybody else's business, so he actually finds their secret, whatever, laboratory or whatever the hell they're calling it. Task
Central
force,
hub.
yeah.
Their task force.
Heat. Block the heat in this blind. These suits insulate all body heat, making the team invisible to the creature.
We flooded the packing house with radioactive dust. We've also installed powerful ultraviolet lighting everywhere. The dust adheres to his body.
They are rocking tinfoil suits.
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen. You're not gonna kill his asshole. You're gonna freeze him.
You're gonna freeze him.
He's moving.
Finally.
He uses weapons, his shit for weapons for the government.
This is history.
Always a amateur mistake is capturing the beast.
Yeah, trying to capture a creature
alive.
instead of just killing it.
Yeah.
Aliens, Predator, I mean,
This is
any
kind of
other sci-fi
Alien-esque. He's kind of got, it was like a freezing gun. It kind of reminds you of the
It is nitrogen oxide.
They're like, oh, we got this.
Lights on. Let's get him.
So they just jacked a couple different movies and put it into this.
Yeah, this is like a perfect mix of like
Ghostbusters.
stealing scenes, stealing scenes from all these classic films, and just throwing a Predator into it. It's what they should do. It's just
Switch to
every movie should have Predator in it.
Oh yeah.
radio silence.
Goonies, Predator.
Yeah.
Ultraviolet units.
Sisterhood of the
Titanic,
Traveling Predators.
All right, so we're now in the freezer. We're gonna
Although
pause
Predator
that.
on like a cruise ship would be pretty fucking cool. Nah, it would just be everybody slaughtered.
It
You
would
know what?
take him like 5. It would be a 5-minute movie.
Yeah.
5 minutes for setup, 5 minutes to kill everyone on the boat.
You ever see the movie Ghost Ship?
Yeah.
I feel like they could just use that footage, the
Yeah.
entire film, and then
Edit
put Predator at the end. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
you got us.
Yeah.
I thought that movie started off pretty like sort of scary, and then all of a sudden just went shit
Oh,
right
yeah, it
away.
just
Like
got
that
real
opening
goofy.
scene,
Oh, yeah.
in my opinion, I thought
mean-
it was shit.
It was totally original in the fact that it's a ghost story,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody likes the ocean. Fuck that place. And you're on a boat with a bunch of bodies.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about Ghost Ship, and I'll just end this right here, is the wire that decapitates.
That's all I was
know.
thinking about right
know,
now. I was
yeah.
like, all I remember
The
from the thing
entire
is
dance
she looks up,
floor.
Yes.
Cuts off every. She's dancing with her dad. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the captain's my
Looks
dad.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that
And
was
that's
so
actually
cool.
what is her name? She's a famous actress now. She was like a fucking 13-year-old in that or something. But she
Natalie Portman from Oh No, I Was a Professional.
Yeah, good movie though.
Shit. Emily Brown or something. I forget. It doesn't matter.
Emily Blunt? No.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not allowed to check the
Yeah,
no
fuck
cell
that.
phones. We're not
No
doing
cell
that.
phones.
We'll do it.
Fuck
Maybe
all
we'll
that.
get it.
We don't prepare here. This is not our job.
Yeah,
hate to say-
until you people pay us,
Yeah.
we will not be doing any kind of research or development.
Yeah,
you could just kiss our asses.
Yeah, this is an extremely ignorant podcast. Having said that, how about what's his name? Real quick, rest in peace to the guy who played in Star Trek.
Roddy
1 and
Piper,
2.
I love you, buddy.
Yeah, rest in
See
peace
you.
to him too. Star Trek, the one who did the
Yeah,
Russian
the Jeep.
accent. Yeah, the Jeep crushed him.
Oh my God, Anton.
He's great. He's a great
Yelchin.
actor.
He was amazing.
Fucking died. Man.
Died
you
in the
have
dumbest
time-
fucking
Yeah.
way.
If you have time, go on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, there's a film on Netflix about these nightmarish creatures, and it's kind of like I See Dead People and what have you.
Yeah.
And he actually witnesses these. They're kind of like demonic creatures.
Yeah.
They are attracted to evil presence.
Yeah.
And you can't acknowledge them, or they will kill you.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So he is the main character, and it picks up. You know what I mean? He sees the dead people, he sees the demons, and I'll just let you live out the rest. And check it out on Netflix. But it's the former Star
No,
Trek
I was like
celeb.
genuinely like, it's so stupid because it's not like a Brad Pitt or who, I don't know who the hell is really popular right now, but like I followed his career because he was in the Fright Night remake. He was I was excited when I found out he was in Star Trek because I was like, this guy is an underdog. He's a intense, really good actor.
Charlie Wilson or Charlie something.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Bartlett.
Yeah, in that movie, he does this Russian accent. I feel like he nailed it. I was like, oh, guys, this kid's gonna be a good actor.
he's really-
and then when he was in
he's
Star
really
Trek, I was
good.
like, yo, that's the same accent. I wonder if they're like, oh, this kid's good. Let's just have him see if he can be fluent in the. He was fluent in the accent.
Oh,
man.
but he was
wondering
so
what-
kind of
awesome.
bummed.
What are his final thoughts? Because I mean,
Yeah.
you're
That's what I'm
pinned.
thinking about.
And he's
How-
alive.
It's not like
it was internal bleeding.
It's not like you're like, boom, you get hit by your own Jeep and you're dead. And you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
He probably sat there
Suffocated.
suffocating or trying to yell for somebody for a couple
Somebody
minutes.
help!
Dude, it was a Jeep. It probably crushed his lungs and he couldn't even scream. That's pure.
It's
That's
well,
like
I've been
that's
thinking
a
about that
nightmare.
all week.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Because you're.
It's like-
It's literally a dream you're sitting in, like when you're trying to scream for help but you can't.
Oh yeah. Or you show up.
Yeah,
To
Having
school
said that, don't ever
naked
buy a
and-
Jeep. We are not
Yeah.
sponsored by Jeep.
We-
you guys are
we-
not.
We're sponsored by
That is one
Chrysler,
brand
which-
we absolutely.
Wait, no, that's the same
We
brand.
absolutely deny any sponsorship. Jeep
Having
has
s-
been offering sponsorship for weeks.
Toyota,
thousands
Hyundai,
of dollars.
Honda, basically
Ford.
foreign cars.
We'll take.
I got a call
anything.
from Tesla, and I was like, "Listen, Nikolai, I'm kind of tired. I'll talk to
Yeah.
you tomorrow." But we're gonna go back to Predator.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry,
Predator
got off
anytime soon.
tangent.
I would think we can jump through this part because we all know they're fucking up.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
a whole refrigeration system.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, even if you want to just mute it
Mm-hmm.
and just play the rest of the movie, and we'll just talk over it, or I don't know, skip scenes or whatever.
Boom.
I think you do that, and then just have it play, and then
Yeah.
whatever you guys
I mean,
start
we'll just-
thinking
yeah.
of too, because I feel like it's. But I also kind of well, whatever.
Yeah.
we're fine with it.
But like, I remember when I first watched this. This was so awesome. This whole the whole end of the movie. They're not the whole end of it, but like this huge chunk. I forget how long this is, but it's just like in this warehouse,
An hour
and it's
44.
like so tense. At least when I was in
Yeah.
friggin' third grade, it was a really tense scene, and it's just like such a cool movie. And I'm actually really bummed that people like when I bring this up to people, they look at me like I'm an idiot and like
But anyways, okay.
speaking-
all
of
right, Danny
Glover.
Glover he's gearing up like a motherfucker.
Now is this towards like the end, yeah, or like
This is like
midpoint,
3/4 of
almost?
the way
Yeah.
through, I think.
So this is where he starts
1 hour,
himself
15
battling it.
minutes.
Yeah, and this is all
smell
these
shit.
soldiers with all these nitrogen guns and all this shit, and the Predator is just taking him out.
Oh, this is the nitrogen.
Yeah, it's just like the scene from Aliens where they all go into the hive thinking like, yeah, we're badass,
Yeah.
we're gonna kick their alien asses.
Yeah.
What I do like about this scene is the sprinklers go off,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And the sprinklers going off somehow disrupts the invisibility aspect of the Predator
That's like
suit.
one cool thing where like he was so advanced, but for some reason water just fucks with his system.
Like the original iPhone. Or fuck the iPhone
The
of
Predator.
today.
The Predator is just like the original iPhone. Oh, you hit it right on nail on the head. Oh, you're so.
Yeah, the other cool thing, the sprinkler systems, because you only see in heat vision, all you see is cool water.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
Creates,
it's
like-
really awesome. Like
There
and
are ways around the Predator defense system.
the best part about this of the Predator 2 is you actually get to see the Predator, like all of his equipment, all of his like. It's just so much more in depth and badass.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They really went all out with his spear. Earlier in the film, they show it collapsing
Oh, yeah.
and exploding outwards.
Yeah, well, like JB
You know?
was saying, like the special effects are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like practical effects.
Again, I think 95, 96, they were damn near perfecting special effects. But you know what I never realized either? I'm quickly jumping away and I'm sorry about that. Jurassic Park, I didn't know that the T-Rex was fucking CGI'd.
Yeah, some of it
that.
is. Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
I had no fucking clue. Cause I thought
I thought it was
that
an
was
animatronic.
amazing.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
that
a
was
mix
brilliant.
Of both. Like when it's running after the Jeep,
But
it's completely
and I
CGI.
think they should have held on to special effects and used like little CGI
Motion
like
capture.
that and make it right. But then Star Wars
Yeah, like
fucked it all up.
enhancing
Star Wars,
something.
which I did love, Phantom of the Madness. I don't give a shit what
Yeah.
anybody says.
Oh, I
but
know.
like
That was
after
so
that,
good,
just
Mikey.
now everybody was like, just throw fucking CGI at it. It's like it's fucking.
Like,
and I don't even understand how it's $300 million to do a big budget CGI.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
it's insane.
Fucking, I don't
Fuck
know.
that. I mean, it's a bunch of guys in green suits,
Yeah.
jerking each other off.
Yeah.
Rendering frame by frame.
Yeah, like
Makes
it's,
to me.
I
think
don't
some of
know.
the-
I think that should be more rose-colored.
Yeah.
You know, in Aragon, or fucking that's an actual place.
No, that's Lord of the Rings.
yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
character.
no,
character.
that's a
from
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Oh shit! Like even that
Fuck
blood,
yeah.
his blood was
is
like
so
fucking.
badass.
That's actually a fucking awesome scene that they did it kind of like in a blue.
Yeah.
What the fuck
like
kind
blue
of light?
warehouse,
Yeah,
like blue
like a
light,
blue
like
light.
a
'Cause that's
cool
that's the
light.
kind of light that would be in a freezer.
Yeah.
So him fucking them doing it like that is fucking sick.
Yeah,
so
the-
he can. Sorry, go ahead.
You
No,
can't
go ahead,
see
yeah.
cold, but it definitely
Yeah.
gives you the impression.
But like
of
the
cold.
it like fucking his blood like is glowing. But what was is that his blood on his face too?
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Dude,
was
that
point
is
blank
foul,
with a shotgun
man.
Yeah.
8 times.
He can rejuvenate his
Four or
health,
6
right?
times.
He can regenerate on that.
Yeah, in the next
will
scene,
see.
Okay.
he
I
does
forgot
have like
about
a badass
So again,
med kit. It's
him
not
versus
like,
Wolverine would be dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Now you see the sides of beef swinging as
Yeah.
Danny Glover
Oh.
approaches the
Just like my
soon-to-be-
wedding night.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Meat
this is so
swinging, baby.
awesome.
It's symbolic for now who's got the bigger meats package, man. I got nothing.
Oh, jeez.
The big reveal.
It's like my
We're
wedding.
gonna
night.
see Predator's face.
You're one ugly mother.
Yeah.
This scene scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Because I saw this before Predator 1.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea what the hell this thing was going to look like under that mask.
That's pretty fucking cool. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a disgusting vagina. That's what it-
Yeah, with massive
Yeah.
teeth. Yeah.
Now I just want to say, if a female Predator face is the same, I could see how the teeth spread and a penis could easily
Yeah.
slide in that luscious wall.
That is funny.
Too late to go home.
Do you think they have a fire extinguisher in there inside a case? I think they did it well with the guns, though. Nitroglycerin or whatever it be.
Get out of here, Harrigan.
He's all burned up.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Between me and him.
Me and him.
Yeah, so this is definitely after
Oh, that disc.
Point Blank.
I wanted that thing
Point
so
Break.
bad.
Oh, wow. Buckets of blood.
I get the fuck out of this meat locker, man.
You are the weakest link.
Motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane. Yeah. I think all it's gotta do is shoot a dart up his ass.
You're right up his ass.
But now I feel like he's toying with him.
But the
I guess
one
it
thing
could
was-
make sense too, because he's a predator. So it could be like,
Yeah.
oh, he doesn't have a weapon, so now I'm gonna have to hunt him with my
Uh-huh.
fist. So I guess that does make sense.
Yeah.
I kind of like that they did that.
I was gonna say, like, people give this movie shit, but the director really did a good fucking job. Like I mean, it's kind of rudimentary shit. Like the freezer is blue.
Yeah.
This like outdoor summer stuff is hot and like warm, but like the shots are great. Everything is like so full.
Yeah.
And just like really action packed. It moves fast. There's not a slow moment in the whole thing. No. So fuck anybody who says they don't like this movie. Yeah. I mean, it's so good.
Now after that scene, isn't the rest of the movie he's just running from the predator?
No. What I was gonna say is this movie, it has a moment here where you think it's gonna end very similarly to the first. You know, the detonation sequence and all of this, and there is a little bit of a twist. Now that twist spirals off into a whole nother chapter for like man against beast.
Oh yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat. And I say hand-to-hand lightly. Alright? So what we have here is Danny Glover on the roof, and he is obviously trying to locate his foe. We have the Predator engaging a spear, extendo spear.
And he takes his fucking mask off willingly.
Yeah.
He's
pissed. He's got like some kind of
you see
thing.
me.
Yeah. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
Fucking guy shot me, it was like 6 times in the chest.
Yeah.
He's still kicking.
With his green fucking blood. That is the coolest thing.
That?
And that blood is actually just glow sticks.
That's what I was about to say, isn't it? It's exactly...
It's like literally glow sticks.
That's fucking
it's pretty
cool.
badass.
Yeah. They're expensive too. I know the cost spared here.
He should have put a shocking system on that. He would have got electrocuted, and then he would have had his prey.
Bitch!
Right, so it looks like you intended to stab him, but just tackled him.
Yeah. Well, he got too excited. It's just like how you know you're about to score the winning touchdown, but you drop the ball. Like, what's his name?
Check this out.
Oh, yeah,
He's
this is so badass.
He is on the ledge, holding up
and the Predator is, like, literally dangling off the edge.
Yeah, Predator's holding on to him.
And, like, grasping onto Danny Glover's arm, like...
Don't let me fall!
I'll never let go.
I'll never let go.
I guess, honestly, like, I guess this is probably why it lost some credit, too, because, like, it starts talking.
Yeah. And, like, I could see how people wouldn't love, like, seeing the Predator so much, but I think it's so
I think it's awesome,
cool.
But I think if he didn't talk, I think it would have... But I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think people are like, oh, okay, I could do all this, but once the Predator starts saying shit, I don't know.
You don't really introduce a language, though.
No, he just imitates
just
what people say.
recording whatever the hell it is. Beep, doot, beep.
I was kind of disappointed. I haven't heard him say, "Do you want some candy?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we skipped over that part. You want some candy?
Okay.
Slice your goddamn arm. Sucker.
Just cut him loose. Totally cut him loose.
Then practical effects, just dropping a guy down the side of a building on a wire in a Predator costume.
Scraping blade on concrete. This is cool.
Yeah, it's so badass.
I don't know if you
this is all that I remember from the movie.
It's totally the 90s trope of like, they just smash
he's in the
through
apartment,
a window,
he runs to the apartment.
and there's some old woman watching TV like, Harry?
Masturbating.
Harry, do you need some toilet paper? What the hell was that noise?
It's like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's a good little moment.
Oh, she's a funny old lady. She
doesn't
doesn't
really
realize
know
what's going on.
And
this is just, I love this scene.
Yeah.
Whether you're rooting for the Predator
doesn't he eat it? I forget
for,
what he does.
He like
for
mashes
Glover,
all this shit up. I don't know how this is helpful to him at all. Like
drywall and glass.
Yeah, drywall and tile and all this.
Well, it's the chemicals off the periodic table.
Yeah,
that he can combine together.
He mashes them up and does like this great.
Yeah.
I don't know. His own first aid kit.
Yeah, this is honestly the only part of the movie I think I truly remember. Is him just doing this part, and like them fight like this little whole sequence, and then the rest of the movie I don't think I remember.
I forget. I couldn't tell you, but I swear to God, at this part he's like, "I'm too old for this shit." As he's climbing down the side of the building, because he said that.
That's fucking funny.
Danny Glover said that in almost every fucking movie he did after Lethal Weapon.
I like it. Always
right there. I guarantee he's like, "I'm too old for this shit." Like, you were too old for this shit in Lethal Weapon, and this is after Lethal Weapon. Why are you a cop still? If you're too old for it.
By all means.
Alright, so what we have, the Predator is combining some kind of disc flame with the materials
I got my coke.
ripped out of the basket.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. He's crushing up the tile.
What the? What?
And now he's cutting it into a line and he's snorting it.
Yeah.
You know, there it
Yeah,
is.
pouring blue goo all over everything. Just being fancy as hell.
That was another undertone too. I think he had to get away from his drug problem, but what he didn't realize is once he got to the city, there's a lot of
triggers
shit to make drugs with. He didn't have to have a drug dealer.
You can run away
his
from
plan.
home, but you can't run from your problems.
And he's so intelligent, he can just mix this shit up himself, and he couldn't do that in the woods. That's why he was
He's
staying in the
clearly
woods.
making some of the famous Breaking Bad blue meth right here.
Yeah, that shit was. This was a dope spot.
Oh, it's so badass.
Did you ever play the Predator game? I didn't.
Which one?
I was curious
Here's
if anybody
the,
played it. I didn't.
It was
PlayStation
the
3 Concrete Jungle.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2.
Was it? Oh no, yeah, PlayStation
And
2.
Xbox,
I have
yeah.
PlayStation 3 Alien vs Predator, which is
okay.
badass.
Oh, okay. Your
It's,
PS4.
Yeah, I
right?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have. Well, I've got.
Oh, yeah, both of them.
I got 3.
Fancy man, fancy man.
But you play. It's like a 3-part game where you can play as the alien,
That's pretty
the Predator,
cool.
or
the people.
Marines.
Yeah,
It's pretty badass.
I like that.
Predator is currently regrowing an arm while an old lady cautiously steps down the hall.
Yeah, this is such a goofy 90s trope. Like, Harold, I think there's something going on down there. There's that strange noise. And, like, this Predator is screaming its face off. And she's like, what is that? It's like, get out of the fucking apartment. What are you doing?
What's the final showdown? Is it coming up still? Like this is
it's
all the
coming
whole.
up.
Okay.
This is just the setup before the Predator escapes. Because he actually ends up going back to his ship.
If you think about it,
pretty
this
fucking cool.
is from the perspective of the Predator as a hero because it is his weakest moment. Like, will he overcome?
Oh, yeah.
Now
She got a fucking broom. The old woman has a broom.
And the door's caving in.
Jeez, he is really tall, man. And here comes Danny Glover crawling through the wall like a
Yeah, I think that's his
fucking
major
badger.
line. I'm too old for this shit. So every time he does something.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm with the police. I don't think he gives a shit.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that is what she says.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, he just said it again. It's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
well, I think that
Oh,
what I enjoy about like the old I'm not gonna say this movie's shit, but the movies that aren't recognized as good movies, you know? Like Predator 2. I personally even think whenever the hell we touch on Super Mario Brothers, I don't know why I said hell like I'm rushing this, but
when the fuck are we
I
getting
thought
to
both
the next
movies they had a good pace. Like there was never like, all right, get to the fucking. And I think as long as a movie that's not glorified as good, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a subpar movie.
Yeah.
As long as it's quick pace, I think they're good because it's like, all right, you have this idea that's kind of cheesy, but I think all the actors have to be true to it too.
Yeah. Oh wow! So they went into a tunnel, which is actually
Oh yeah, I forgot how cool that
the
ship
fucking
looks.
ship.
That's
The Predator
cool.
ship.
He
It's
just
so
went-
badass with these glowing walls and
Ancient
like
toads.
fog on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Imagine having to be the guy who designs all this shit. Oh,
We need colder fog.
You know what's pretty cool? The fog reminded me of this whole like tunnel scene. Reminds me of what was that? Night of the Freaks or not Night of the Freaks? There's some thing where the guy shoots those like lizard things down to the earth, and they get into the brain of like the college kids.
Oh,
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, Night of the Creeps. Yeah,
that opening scene where
the little alien.
Yep, with the gun. He doesn't say that, but he's basically saying, "I gotta get this out of here." Yeah,
or whatever he says.
That movie was good. That was a good year for me watching all the old classics.
Okay, before we turn off the lights and slink back under our respective rocks, would you guys recommend this movie to your friends? Would you make somebody watch this?
I would make my buddy watch this. Girlfriend, there's no way she's gonna sit through.
No, there's no way.
But the good thing about Predator is that I can actually understand it when doing something else. And
Yeah.
as a perfect example,
I've seen fucking T-Rex skull, human
Holy
skull,
shit.
alien
where's-
skull.
Oh yeah, that was an alien
Yeah.
skull. That's fucking awesome.
and some shit I've
Man,
never
so
seen.
Yeah, some
badass.
crazy looking shit.
And that's his friend's. Oh no, that's the voodoo skull.
Yeah.
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 How about you, JB? Would you recommend this movie to?
All right, this is I would if you're a sci-fi See that, but then they probably saw it already. Like I have to say no because people are gonna be like, I didn't like that movie. It would be rare if I recommended it to somebody. I think that. See, this kind of sounds effed up to say, but like, if it's somebody that's just like, if I get a feel for they only seen like newer movies that aren't as good as
Ninja
like
Turtles.
good, I'd be like, oh, you'll love Predator 2. Like, I can think of a couple guys that I work with that I'm like, oh, they definitely like this movie. I'll recommend Predator 2. But I also feel like they probably saw this before. But yeah, it depends on the person. If my ex-girlfriend, she'd be like, this is fucking stupid. Never. Any of my girlfriends, I feel like would be like, no.
I'm the asshole. I would fucking recommend this wholeheartedly to everyone. I've done it before with terrible movies. I've made friends be like, oh, this is amazing. You gotta see it. And made a group of like 4 or 5 people sit down and watch a terrible movie.
See, I should be more like that only because like I'm always like hesitant because I'm like, well, if I get back, but every time somebody asks me what's a good movie, I'm always like, I can't think of it right now. But I should just start saying movies that I'm like, well, I like this movie. You should see this movie. I don't know if it's for you. I like
Backdoor Sluts 9.
Yeah, Backdoor Sluts 9.
Yeah. So this is the part for me. You know, it's like this is
Predators.
League of Predators who obviously have been watching, and you get the idea at the end. Though these predators are like the elites of the predator planet, come to congratulate, rain upon them their congratulations.
He's welcome.
The hunting season has been a fruitful one. Yes.
Come join us again.
Enjoyed such a performance. All right, moving.
Oh, this is where Danny Glover becomes a predator.
Yes. He is accepted, and he gets to fuck the predator woman.
Oh, he gets the blowy from her.
Yeah.
Now,
what were you saying? I cut
he's
you off.
huge, though, so she's never had something that big. He is the ultimate warrior.
Yeah. Does he hand him?
This part, to me, it says, not only have we been here before, and you lost.
Run or die.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking pissing and shitting. I would literally probably make it. If I made out, oh my god, thank you. But then again, I think I'd start questioning religion itself.
Oh, I would have no fluid left in my body because I would piss my pants.
There would be shit coming down my leg. Pee, cum probably because of the force of the shit.
I'm so excited. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Just be sitting in the sewer rubbing your dick like a rabbit's foot.
Yeah. And then all you'd be thinking about is Grease, Predator 2, and Dirty Dancing. Yeah.
Oh, Patrick Swayze all the way.
That was the end of it, right?
Well, yeah.
That was fucking cool.
And
man.
I love the fucking last shot. It's just him walking out of this smoke. You can't see what's going on. Just shit on fire. And Danny Glover just covered in like white powder, whatever this is, like
cocaine,
just ash. Oh, it's
cocaine.
It's L.A., so you know it's
hell of a drug.
Barrels of cocaine, like
ashes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess technically it's ashes, but you could snort it if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's all carbon.
Yeah, fuck it.
So the cool thing here, I'm changing my mind. I would also recommend this to anybody.
Yeah.
Because fucking. I had a good time sitting here watching it with you.
Oh yeah, I mean this is
movie
a great popcorn movie.
Yeah. Like the Jungle Predator did not go into as much of historical like envelopment.
For a guy, if a guy's asking for a movie, I'd say Predator 2. But again, I'm not going to go back on it because I get unless I somehow grow up in the next year and just say like I don't give a shit. Like I'm just going to recommend it. Yeah, exactly. That's impossible.
Maybe that's the test. If you tell a girl watch Predator 2 and she was like, I watched that movie. Yeah. You're like, then she just come over here and start loving this
she's
tender,
waterfalling out of her pants. He watched Predator 2 as well. Thought I was the only one.
Oh, love connection.
Yeah.
This has been Video Rewind Podcast.
Video Rewind Podcast.
Your home for tons of cult classics, exploitation, and B-movie reviews. We watch bad films so you don't have to. I'm Ryan Hickey.
I'm Patrick Hickey.
And I'm JB Ziegler.
See ya, bitches.
Bye!
Run from me, little man!
Turning evil by the final hour, he'll fill your soul with the darkest power. You try to run and you try to hide, but the demon stone will have you tonight. Watch out!
And then 3, 2, 1. We'll say that, all right?
Okay.
We watch. We can't count.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we looking at?
We watch Van Helsing. You don't have to.
Oh, got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, because you have more than I do.
I do.
Okay.
I'm sneaky like that.
The Video Rewind Podcast.
All right. 3, 2, 1.